In some cars produced in the year 2000 and earlier, especially Saabs and Volvos, you may have noticed a feature that simply doesn't exist on modern cars anymore. Or at least I hope you've noticed it, because it's not exactly a detail that's easy to miss. Here they are, headlight wipers. So why did this feature, which we used to see so often on cars from that era, completely disappear? If you're curious about the answer, let me explain, because clearly the Illuminati gathered all car manufacturers together and said, from now on, you will build the simplest cars possible with the fewest buttons imaginable. And while you're at it, remove the headlight wipers. And of course, all manufacturers had to obey. Well, except Saab. But we all know how that story ended. Jokes aside, headlight wipers actually gave cars a very distinctive character. And more importantly, they were genuinely useful. In rainy weather, when driving through standing water or when using the car off asphalt roads, headlights could easily get covered in dirt and grime. And once that happened, light output dropped significantly. At this point, you might be thinking, doesn't it rain today? Is the entire world paved with asphalt now? No, but modern headlights are no longer made of glass. They're made of polycarbonate plastic, which doesn't hold dirt as easily. On top of that, headlights today use LED and xenon technology, so small stains or dirt patches don't block the light the way they used to. That said, there were some interesting exceptions. Cars like certain Range Rover models had headlights made of plastic, used xenon lighting, and still featured headlight wipers. Why? I'm not entirely sure. Probably just an old habit carried over from earlier designs. Historically, headlight wipers were first used on the Saab 99. Saab was a true pioneer in this area, installing headlight wipers specifically to clear snow in Sweden's harsh winter conditions. Later on, once washer spray systems were introduced, headlight wipers became even more practical and started appearing on many European luxury cars. Now let me show you some cars that used headlight wipers, some of which you've probably never seen before. First up, the Jaguar XJ S. European, Canadian, and Australian versions of this car were equipped with headlight wipers. However, the American versions with round headlights did not use them. BMW also embraced headlight wipers and used them extensively throughout the 1980s and 1990s. They appeared on higher trim versions of the BMW E30, the BMW E237 series, and even the BMW E21. In the 1970s, the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow featured headlight wipers as well. And for reasons I still don't fully understand, they were designed more like brushes than traditional wipers. Even the Russian manufacturer Lada used headlight wipers on the Lada Niva. And one of the most unusual examples comes from Nissan's small car brand, the Datsun Cherry 100A, which also came with headlight wipers. And in my opinion, this is one of the most unique applications of all. Headlight wipers were used on many European cars like these, but they never became widespread on American vehicles. Instead, spray-based cleaning systems were preferred. Over time, car manufacturers completely abandoned headlight wipers. Even though they looked stylish, they simply weren't practical enough to justify their cost. Now I'm curious, have you ever seen an interesting car with headlight wipers, or have you ever owned a car that had them? Let me know in the comments below.